Good night. How everyone doing tonight? God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma J. Here to give you a spiritual divine word on tonight. And the topic gonna be the widow who give all she had. And it's gonna come from Mark chapter 12, verse 41 through 44. First I'm gonna go by this is about a woman whose husband had died and not remarried. Now she a widow who struggles to make ends meet and give all that she have. Now I'm gonna be reading from Mark. I'm gonna start with 41. Jesus sat down on the opposite side of the place where the offering was put and watched the crowd putting their money into the temple treasury. Now many rich people threw in a large amount, but a poor widow came and put two very small coins, worth on a fraction of a penny. Calling his disciple to him, Jesus said, I tell you the truth. This poor woman had put more into the treasury than all the others, and they all give out of their wealth, but she give out of her heart, put in everything, all that she had to live on. Now we see that this woman, she's struggling to make ends meet, but she still wanted to give, and she give all that she have. The two small coins that she put in, it was a half of a penny, and she was just saving that for hard time. But she knew from her heart that whatever she had put in there, she knew where her source came from, and that was God. She knew God was gonna provide. So Jesus sat on the opposite side and he watched everybody put money in. He saw the rich people, he saw what they put in. But when this woman came and put all that she had, he took note of it. So Jesus sees the widow who gave two coins, way less than a penny. Jesus don't take much on how you put in. He is intended on the people's heart. See, Jesus go by your heart. When you give, you could give $100, and somebody come down and give $2. That person that put $2, with them $2 is a hard working $2 that she have. And when she put that in, that means she putting all that she have, probably towards bills, and she put it in there. Cause she know when she put her last in there, she know from her heart that God gonna provide. So Jesus said his disciple give plenty, but not from the heart. And he see that this widow woman, she put two small coins in with less than a penny, and that was all that she had. But she put it in her heart, and she know where her source came from. It came from God. She know God was gonna provide. She had confidence that God will provide. In Jesus' eye, her less was more. Her less that she put in there to Jesus, there was more. So now, before this widow dropped her coins in, she hesitated. Now she hesitated at first because she had to think about, like, this is all I have. This is all she have, and she's already struggling because her husband died, so she been trying to make ends meet for herself and was holding on to that. So she hesitated. So at first, then she remembered. She remembered how good God was to her, that he had done for her. She remembered all the goods that God did for her. So then she put it in there. So surely she will provide. Surely he will provide a way for her to survive. Now she knows she put all that she had in there, knowing that God will provide for her to survive. Because she says she remember the goodness that he did for her before. So she know God took care of her before. Now when she dropped the two coins in, a heavy weight fell off of her shoulder. Now she had given her coins in secret. Now she thought she was giving her coins in secret because Jesus was sitting way over there. So when she putting it in, she think nobody saw her. She thought she did it in secret. But Jesus watched and he made note of her gift. Now we may think that Jesus and God is not watching us. But then he watching. God see all the good work that you do. And he might not be right there when you're doing the good work, but he always somewhere watching. Now we may think ourselves alone in our struggle, but the Lord is always watching in our time of need. She brought everything she had and laid at his feet. But they all give out of their wealth, but she give out of her heart. Put everything that she had to live on because she knew God will provide. Now we see the rich give plenty, but they did not give from their heart. They know they had the money and they just was throwing it in there. So now we see that this widow, she give from her heart. That all she had, and she give from her heart because she had confidence and she had faith that God will provide and allow her to survive. And she thought she was giving in secret and did not know Jesus was watching. But he watched and he took note of it. Now, she did not know Jesus was watching. Now, Jesus watches the temple crowd as the people give their offering. But he took note when the widow gave. Now, he sit there while the rich people putting their money in. And it did not turn to him then. But when this widow came and put all that she had, he took note of it. Because he knows this woman give all that she have, knowing she ain't gonna have nothing else to survive it. And she already was struggling and was a single woman because her husband died. Now, when she